Hi everyone, it's Allie and it is the 5th of September. We're in September. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. And I'm here to do your week ahead reading. So this week I'm going to just use I'm going to use the Superlunaris Tarot. God, I just adore this deck. I feel like I've been using it a ton lately, and what can I say? It's beautiful and awesome. Just make sure I get that over there. And of course, thousands of animals have come in to join me. So we'll see how this goes. So last week we had quite a challenging reading. I remember it. I don't usually remember the readings week to week, but Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Three of Swords. So maybe some turbulence, some feeling like you have to juggle things. I should say the Two of Pentacles was in reverse. So maybe it was about not successfully keeping all the balls in the air and feeling like you are responsible for everything that's going on, and maybe not taking advantage of supports that are around you. But if you had a crap week last week, I get it. So let's see. Hopefully we can pull something that can shed light on sort of that kind of situation. Sorry, that was a super clumsy shuffle. Just flipped around a bunch of cards in my hand. Got one cat sitting right there. What do you think, buddy? Oh my God. All over the place. Well, this is a fascinating follow-up. And I should say too, so I'm going to tell you, I got all cups, which is crazy because I've been using this deck like a maniac. So there's like, I haven't put the cards into suits or anything. So to shuffle them so that 3 cups come up is pretty interesting. So we have the Page of Cups upright as our first card. We have the Ten of Cups, also upright. And we have the Four of Cups, but that came up in reverse. So maybe I'll draw another card on this. I just feel like this is such a reading of cohesion after last week, right? Where you've dealt with that Three of Swords struggle. You've got the Two of Swords, like big clashing forces or crossroads that push you in one direction or the other. And this idea of juggling, right? Like having to keep everything together. The Page of Cups is a card of both childlike wonder to me and also maturity. So that childlike wonder, so here we've got the traditional Waite-Smith imagery of the fish jumping out of the cup. I love this particular interpretation of it because look how delighted she is by it. But you also cannot get to the page unless you've gone through the 1 through the 10. So there is this sort of, you haven't lost your joy and emotional wonder, but you've gone through some experience to get there, right? Not all of the Cups cards are sort of bright, happy cards. So that's the first one. Now the Ten of Cups is a real card of emotional fulfillment, right? We've got, again, some really traditional imagery, the rainbow, the image of a family unit. So that sort of type of togetherness. Now, again, if you've had this really crap week last week and you've had that Three of Swords week, then this still may be something aspirational, right? But you're moving in that direction. Sorry, I have to reverse it so it goes that way for you guys. So first we have this learning, this growth, this maturity. And this to me seems to be the end goal, the center card, the thing that you want to focus on this week. Now, interestingly, the Four of Cups last week we didn't talk about the Four of Cups last week, but we talked about that need to find the people you can rely on and the things that you can rely on. And so the Four of Cups, right, again, very famously has the hand coming out of the cloud to offer a cup from an unexpected source. And either the person not noticing it, but usually they look a little bit haughty and it looks like they're deliberately turning their back on it. But this week, this card is in reverse, right? Which says that maybe you have been able to turn that on its head, right? So that you are able to look around, to take advantage of the resources that are around you. And this is a really emotional, right? We've got all cups, all of this watery element, the emotion of it all. And you have in some way opened yourself up to accepting something that's coming from, and again, it's coming from an unexpected angle, right? Like it's not the direction the person's facing. They look not particularly happy, right? Just sort of aloof to it, not noticing that there's this thing coming. But you have made some kind of stride and done that. So when I look at these are very much, the 4 in the page are very much cards that are part of a journey, right? So when I look at that, I don't think this week particularly is going to be the week you get to this sense of completion, with that like emotional family togetherness. I feel like this is aspirational for the week, something that you're working towards. And you may still be carrying some of those residual difficulties from last week, right? Like that 3 of Swords, the last card in last week's spread. That's a real kick in the butt, that card, and not just going to probably go away within a week. But what is in this spread that wasn't there last time are some emotional tools and things that you can rely on and that you're recognizing are there. So it all seems to be part of a journey. So I hope you found that helpful as you move forward, but it's going to be a really emotional week. So just be prepared for that sort of wild sense of emotion, maybe an emotional roller coaster this week as you grapple with some of the challenges that might be residually left over from last week. So I hope you found that helpful. Oh God, dogs chasing cats. I was almost through it. I was just thinking in my mind, like I got through it without some kind of animal interruption. And then it happened. Anyway, more stuff coming this week, hopefully. A longer video on the Spacious Tarot. And I'm going to pull out my decks for fall. So that's a great time because it's finally cooling off around here. So I hope you have an awesome week and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.